And we welcome you back to the NCAA Women's College World Series, presented by Capital One here in Oklahoma City. It is game 3 of 4. A session change, so the fans are just arriving for a tremendous nightcap with star-studded rosters and some of the best players in the country. Stanford, the 8th seed, back here for a second straight year.
Every game that she has pitched this postseason has been the biggest game that she's ever pitched in.
Here's her 2-2. Kern finally swings, and she misses. A rise ball for a strikeout. After UCLA, Alabama. Here's a fly ball to the left from Chan. Bella Dayton drifting into foul territory, puts it away. So don't be alarmed that you see some empty seats right now. The count called twice when they faced off in the regular season. And she gets a ground ball here through the box, a base hit. A freshman, Ava Gall, makes the adjustment after swinging through a couple of rise balls for Stanford's first hit.
When a freshman took advantage of it at the plate.
Oh. And now she throws one up and away that sneaks off the glove of Reese Atwood. Ball one to Ali Kaneshiro. 7th pitch coming. And there's a changeup to end the inning. Tegan Cavan puts a 0 on the board in her first appearance at the World Series. 8 innings, gave up 3 runs, struck out 11 as the Cardinal won 4-3. Payoff pitch. Dayton takes strike 3. Of 1,200 in the postseason. Scott golfs one into shallow left field, and she's retired by Kira Chan. Martinez on the ground to second. Kennedy Atwood round 1 will have to wait for the second. It's a 1-2-3 first. Out wins last year over Alabama and Washington. Kaylin Koch waits back on that off-speed pitch from Tegan Cavan and flies out to King Henry in center.
Well, and this is a different team, a different roster. They had a different journey.
In Oklahoma City, in many cases a year wiser with some freshman energy. And the freshman Barry has the game's first walk. 1 out base runner for the Cardinal.
I think, Kevin, there are a lot of teams who...
Season was 1 for 20, 7 walks in the tournament. Baylor lays down a bunt here. Cavan fields it, throws low to Katie Stewart. Sacrifice bunt moves Barry to second, but there are 2 outs. And that ball driven to right center field. Henry got a good jump, the wind held it up. So no score through an inning and a half. The best hitter in the country, the best pitcher in the country. Struck out multiple times, just 17 strikeouts for her in 60 games. 2-2 from Kennedy. And she blows her away. That's behind second base from Stewart. And the shortstop River Mailer retires her. 5 up, 5 down for Nigeri Kennedy. From .57 last year to .52. And a changeup locks up Mitchell. 2 more strikeouts in the inning, the first against Cavan. Her first appearance in the World Series stage, has allowed a hit and a walk, struck out 2. And Lynn, a little tapper back toward third. Mia Scott throws her out. So Stanford's trying to play small ball for 900. Kern with a high fly ball, blasted into right field, but she just got under it. Maloney on the warning track is there, and it's a long, loud,
through backward rotation on that pitch.
That's outside. Second walk of the game handed out by Cavan, and Chan is a 2-out Stanford base runner.
Well, the changeup that was almost it.
Steve Gould behind the plate. And there's a swing from Gall. Couldn't hold up on a rise. A strikeout in every inning for... A bunt from Henry to third. There's the first Texas base runner. Caden Henry, the freshman, with a bunt base hit. Captain in Texas softball history. That one gets away from Kennedy, off the glove of Kaneshiro, and Henry darts to second. So a bunt base hit and a wild pitch, and the Longhorns have a runner in scoring position. Washington squares again, lays it down to third again, and the captain gets the job done. Successful sacrifice for Alyssa Washington. A 3-2 slap to third. That is off the glove of Berry. It is a fair ball. Even though the ball landed in foul territory, it hit the glove of Berry fair. Berry. And here's Bella Dayton, 2 on, 1 out. Ball. Nobody's going to cover second. Maloney takes it uncontested, erasing the force there. 2-1 to Dayton. Texas trying to break through against the National Player of the Year. And Bella hits a ground ball that sneaks towards second. It's backhanded by Kern. 1 run is in. Maloney, however, is tagged out at third. Texas does take the lead, though. Game's first run.
Texas using their short game and their speed in this inning. What a play by Taryn Kern to keep that ball on the dirt and then to be able to get Ashton Maloney with the perfect throw from Kaneshiro. Heads up defense by Stanford to be able to get that important second out. I mean, the play by Taryn Kern at second base was almost like she was catching and diving it for a pop fly back behind her. That throw.
A game-saving play by Kern. Long way to go, but a big out to get. Right side, Scott. That one Kern cannot get to. Lim's throw to the plate is in time. And Dayton is called out, and Mike White is not going to even think about this. He's calling for a challenge immediately. And there were about 100 plays at the plate. Here's another.
I thought her hand got there live, and I think that this one is going to be overturned. It was a great throw, great catch, but Bella Dayton does get her hand to the backside of
the inning off Kennedy.
After further review, the call on the field is changed. The runner is safe.
And it's an RBI single for
That's Texas' first challenge.
Longhorns get a couple. They do push that second run across against Nyjah Kennedy. It's the nation's most fearsome pitcher. Popped up by Martinez. And the left fielder Chan makes the play. Texas strikes first.
Misses with that rise ball and working that changeup. That's surprising them that they're taking.
First pitch popped up. Ali Kaneshiro, Katie Stewart, and foul territory puts her away.
Coming into this year was to not lose in supers again.
Caleb Cope, little flare to second. Washington puts her away. Player. Play softball, but play everything.
As many sports as you can.
Berry couldn't hold up. There's another strikeout. And the first 1-2-3 inning of the night for the
high risk, high reward for her when she does swing at it.
Doesn't swing here, so a strikeout in the second inning on 5 pitches and a walk on 4 pitches in the fourth. Texas's first walk of the game. National Player of the Year, her first week of college, Katie Stewart. And she is way out in front on a changeup. Holy smokes.
Out in front of that pitch.
4th strikeout. Jolie Mitchell, to her surprise, bunted it in fair territory. And the pinch runner Wallace goes to second. Stanford collects the second out. On the ground to second by Henry. Kern shovels quickly. A 2-0 lead for Texas after a scoreless 4th by Kennedy. Find a spark here with the bottom of the lineup. 9 outs to go for the Cardinal hitters. That's ball 4 and a leadoff walk as Miller shouts into her dugout. River Mailers the first. A leadoff walk for River Mailer in the Stanford 5th. And Jones takes strike 3. Another knee knuckler of a changeup from Kavam. 1-2 for Lim. On the ground left side, this will be Scott, the third baseman, getting the lead runner Mailer at second or not. Hang on a minute now from Tegan Kavam. The go-ahead run at the plate with 1 out in the 5th. And Kern takes, or did she? Chad Steers says she broke the plane. And scenario to reach base against her in these moments. And Chan will ground one to second, and she will not reach base against her. Cat and JC enjoy it. The horns.
Or the perfect game and no hitter. It's just about executing the game plan off of a pitcher like Nyjah Kennedy. And the bottom half of the order did that in the third.
Washington flies out to left. She's 0 for 1 after that sacrifice bunt. Don't sweat it. We'll see you in a half inning. Good into right. Lim makes a play in fair territory.
But she's pitched 80% of the innings. And
Earned runs in game 1 against LSU. Dayton into center field. Jones started in, drifts back. Maybe not her best stuff, but still 5 good innings against the second highest scoring team in the country.
and form a relationship.
That one gets over the glove of Kavan. Washington sucks it up at second and retires Gall.
She's
huge moments on the World Series finalist team 2 years ago.
And the way that they're built is Kavan walks Kaneshiro there is for depth, and they each have their own.
Year last season before suffering a torn ACL 30 games into the year. Cope pops it up. Washington's there for out number 2.
Well, and Kevin, we had a chance to talk to Tegan. He said sneaky movement. You don't really realize how much it breaks and how late it breaks.
That ball sneaks away from Atwood. That should be the second pass ball against Reese Atwood in the game. Barry takes strike 3. Kavan escapes another jam, and Texas still leads by 2. She's got one of the 2 RBI hits tonight. Very confident. And Scott with a confident take of a 3-2 changeup. Leadoff runners on for Texas. The Longhorns' second walk.
A little bit off.
Pumped up by Martinez. And Berry comes in from third to retire her. The Player of the Year finalists. And on the third at-bat, Atwood lines to third. A first pitch swing. And Jade Berry collects the second out. In the 3 games against A&M. And they got 2 runners on here. Walks to Scott and Stewart. Set up the senior Mitchell. 2-0 Texas. And Mitchell takes ball 4. A third walk in the inning. And the Longhorns load him up. And she'll swing away and shoot one through the right side for a base hit, which is booted by Lim. That means a second run scores. Scott is home. Stewart crosses on the error, and Texas doubles its lead, courtesy of the freshman Caden Henry.
Caden Henry coming through in the 7 spot. She likes to swing at the first pitch 39% of the time. She's actually the most aggressive hitter on the team, so no surprise that she gets a pitch over the heart of the plate and she attacks it. That bobble out in right field is going to cost Stanford another run, and now Texas is up by 4. Caden Henry.
Strike 3 to Hunter. The inning ends. Texas gets 2 more and a Caden Henry hit. Last chance to dance for the Cardinal coming up.
She's needed to.
Naylor down the line and left. Bella Dayton sprinting into foul territory. Puts her away. Another strikeout on a changeup. Kavan punches out her 8th.
The season.
On the ground is short. Martinez backs up. Spears throws and ends it for Texas. Tegan Kavan twirls a 1-hit shutout in her World Series debut.
she should have a smile after the complete game. First freshman to throw a complete game shutout in the World Series in Texas history. Wow, what a stat about the outing that Tegan Cavan had here today. Especially coming off of the Super Regional where they gave up so many runs. They needed an outing like this from their pitching staff. And this really is what the Texas pitching staff has been capable of this year.